we're running there. So, welcome back. But before we dive once more into Barovia, why don't we learn a little bit about who we've got at the table? Who will be joining us on such a journey?
Yeah, hey everyone, it's me. I'm Thresh. I play Father Mograine Kilgore, cleric of the twins, the true sons. And yeah,
All right, heck yeah.
I'm Connor. I'm playing Valen, who's a drow shadow elf sorcerer from the Underdark who travels the lands with his shadow hound companion, Nyx.
I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Jinx. Jinx is a mischievous and curious black-furred tabaxi rogue inquisitive. This week's fun fact about Jinx is he has a bit of a sweet tooth, and his favorite things are cherry-flavored pastries.
Okay. Well then, with no further ado, let's pick up where we left off. With your trio arriving to this massive hill that uh, the druids came from, as Davian had told you. And as you were able to see this massive structure riding through the sky, you saw a figure, a nightmare of a horse. One very similar to the rocking horse you had seen in the winery. And seated atop this creature, a visage you are growing more and more familiar with. None other than Strahd Vanzarovich. And as he rides away, leaves you where you are, still looking up at this hill, where a gem is waiting for you. Hopefully, at least. What would you like to do, heroes?
I'm going to cast Mage Armor before we go any further because I forgot to do that this morning.
good call.
It might come in handy. You never know.
Never know.
And I throw Strahd at you just after I threw so many twig lights at you?
Yes.
Yeah, you would.
Are you seriously asking that question? You?
Ah. So, I'm guessing you proceed further down the trail?
Yep.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I move sneakily.
You can if you'd like, but you are about to
I don't know
be...
if it'll help.
Yeah, you're about to be in an open area, so... That reminds me.
Still tiptoe up.
Should probably have this. So... So that way I can be nosy and think.
Just like DM snooping.
I need a DM snooping mug or something like that.
If you can read this, I'm probably DM snooping.
Yeah.
Got a big pair of Groucho Marx glasses on it.
Can I actually select Curse of Strahd this one? There we go. Cool. Alrighty. As you're moving further up the trail, you start to experience these the rising slopes you move, and as the trees eventually give way, you see the dirt trails that are running along the concentric ring of cairns encircling the hillside. You see each this 10-foot high mound of slimy black rock. And as your group moves, let me do some DM snooping here. As we're moving, did Jinx roll for me that roll for stealthily moving?
Oh, I did not. I'm so sorry.
No worries, I didn't ask for it, so.
A 28.
Alright, I will keep your 28 in mind.
Pretty sneaky.
I'll just make that a little larger for those watching at home. And with him. It is Father Milgraine that hears this. It is a whisper upon the winds. And
long have I waited for one who is worthy. My spear hungers for blood. Retrieve it and roll these mountains in my stead. Just like the mighty warriors from the early days of the Whispering War.
and that was only Mogreen that hears that.
Considering this is voices on the wind, he is not accustomed to, and he only follows the suns. He's just gonna full on block. He's not even gonna bring it up. He's just gonna let that kind of slide right on by.
As you try and let that slide right on by, you do feel a sort of like, it's not like a compulsion. Like, you don't have to do this. But there is sort of that tug, that sort of,
Ethereal connection.
yeah, that sixth sense of there's something here, and you know where it is. Like, there's a cairn that seems to like be pulling you closer to it.
Oh, I'll point and guide everyone, friends. I believe there's something over this way, and I will guide my crew to it. But I want nothing to do with this thing.
I mean, you say that now. So as you're able to approach this cairn, it is just really a cairn except for, again, Mograine. You feel it's the spear that the winds were talking about, that spirit's uh, weapon. It's almost as if that spear is calling out to you.
Just me?
To just you. Like, everyone's come here. No one's been able, like, no one's stopped or anything like that. But, Mograine, you feel something as you stand at this cairn of, like, the spear calling out to you almost. You don't hear a voice or anything. It's just that tug is now stronger.
I'll approach to it.
As you approach the cairn, that sensation is in the ground. You'd have to dig the spear up.
Yeah, okay, I'll begin to dig.
Alright. Balin, Jinx, you
What's
notice.
special about this one?
There's something beneath here that might be beneficial to us. It speaks to me. I can hear it.
Alright.
Oh. Jinx is gonna look at Valen.
I didn't hear anything.
Either.
It doesn't take long
It's
to.
a similar feeling to when we found the sun sword. It's going along one of those feelings.
So it doesn't take long for the weapon to be unearthed. And if Mograine refreshes his character sheet, you'll see what it is.
Oh. I would have dug it up, but I would not have picked it up.
Well, even if you don't pick it up, player has that to distribute
Interesting.
and look at to see if it might just be interesting. But that's up to you.
Ah. I see. Yes, of course. Very cool. Is it something I can share with the table, or?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. So for show and tell, I'm bringing a blood spear. I found it in the dirt.
You did find it also
Um,
among the moldy bones of perhaps the old chieftain.
Calvin.
Yep.
Let me see. Although he was very much alive, haven't had traits common with vampires. Slept during the day, hunted at night, drank the blood of prey, lived underground, blah blah blah. In battle, he wielded a spear, stained with blood. His was the wielded spear. His was the first blood spear, a weapon that drains life from those it kills and transfers its life to the wielder, imbuing that individual with the stamina to keep fighting. When you hit with a melee attack, using this magic spear, it reduces the target to 0. You gain 2d6 temporary. Any creature can wield the spear, but only character chosen by Coven to wield it gains a +2 attack and damage rolls made with the weapon. Interesting. And I was chosen. I wasn't.
You were the chosen, yes.
Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. I will add it to my pack for now.
Yeah. You don't
carry
have
it?
yeah. Again, there's no compulsion. You just it was calling out to you. So, from here, as you continue further up the hill, you would see this massive circle, and not only that, uh, within this wide ring of black boulders, as well as smaller rocks, this enclosing of dead grass, there is this ghastly 50-foot tall statue of tightly woven twigs and packed with black earth. Every so often, lightning strikes at the edges and illuminates this, casting wide shadows. It looks like this towering, cloaked man. Fangs. So,
Does it resemble the guy we just saw
I-
on the fiery horse?
a little. It's hard to. It doesn't have like true artistic detailings, like the Electrum coins that you've seen. But if you had to take a guess, it'd probably be Strahd.
Yep.
Why don't we add your little character tokens right up here?
I mean, I guess we approached the statue, right?
I mean, this is what's at the top of the hill, so
We walked all this way.
Left to his own devices, Jinx is approaching the statue.
What's up with all the skulls around? Can I get a read on that?
well, as you're moving in to the space here, I need to do some DM syncing. As you move into the space here, I believe Jinx notices this, maybe Mograine as well. Yes. The two of you, Jinx and Mograine, would notice something maybe a little odd here. Throughout the enclosed field of dead grass, you would notice what almost looks to be like grave mounds close to the earth, just slightly disturbed. Maybe a dozen of them, all scattered throughout the field.
Right? Well, I mean,
Do those look like graves?
they don't look empty. I'll give it that. We should watch our step and be careful.
Jinx nods.
So you continue towards the effigy.
Yeah.
All right. And as you get closer, all stand there. The ground begins to move. Those
Interesting.
graves burst open from the ground. And we have a fight on our hands.
You sure they don't want to just talk to us about our cars?
Yeah,
extended
why don't
warranty?
we have a debate?
Ooh, why is that so loud? Okay. Down to the future. Alright. And these guys. Alrighty, so is did Mograine and Valen also roll for initiatives?
Oh, I suppose that would help if I did that.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, that is.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Great.
It's nice knowing y'all.
Jinx, you get to go first.
I get to go first.
You get to
What
go
is it-
first.
What does it look like we're fighting? Are these all dead things?
They look very similar to the druids you had seen at the winery. They are caked in earth and some of them even dried blood, but they do in fact seem very alive.
Okay, that just determines what weapon I'm gonna use. Okay. Well, I don't like this. I would like to turn to Berserker C. And I would like to do bonus action steady aim to give myself advantage, and then I'm gonna throw a dagger at it.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit.
Alright, and you said Berserker C?
Yep.
Alright, 22 is gonna hit.
Cool. I'll get sneak attack on that. That's terrible damage. I'm also going to try and make this a... What is it called? Why can't I find anything on my character sheet today? It's the one where they get knocked prone if I cash in a sneak attack dice.
Trip?
Probably that's what it's called. It would be super if I could find it on the sheet. Yes, trip. That is what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna roll 86 to add damage on that. That'll be, oh my god, this is terrible. 8 points of damage total. And if Berserker C could please make me a DC 15 dexterity save.
No, he can make a 3.
Great, he's prone.
Alright, see.
Hit him right in his Achilles and he collapses like a sack of potatoes.
Amazing. Anything
then-
else?
Yes, I will make my Nick attack
Okay.
as well. It doesn't matter though. I should have rolled with advantage or with disadvantage because I'm throwing it, but I rolled a natural 1. But misses.
Ooh, yeah, that is unfortunately a miss. And then it comes to Berserker A over down near Mograine, who raises a great axe from the grave as well, slicing upwards. And
Use it to chop wood to make a fire so we can all have a cookout.
that's an 18 to hit you, Mograine,
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Berserker B is going to that's his movement. He's gonna action dash to get over next to Jinx. And then Druid A is going to move as well. And start chanting and dancing. Berserker C, where are you at? Berserker C is gonna go right for Valen. Also with a great axe. But I do believe that a 9 misses.
9 will miss, yes.
Great. B also going to start chanting and dancing. Berserker D goes for Jinx. And will attempt to swing his great axe down. That's a 22 to hit Jinx.
Yes, I would like to dodge this penalty, please.
Alright, so as you see the gleam of the blade's edge coming straight for you, you move out of the way. Not quite enough to miss the full attack, but enough to get some of the lethality reduced. So instead of 12 slashing damage, you will take 6.
Okay. Sorry, I just saw that C move. Is his movement impeded because he had been thrown?
He'd still have the ability to move where he went. So it's half movement, so
Hey, I would check.
yeah, no
Big spell.
harm in checking. Berserker E is going to run towards Mograine.
Well, hey.
Can't quite reach the full distance, but he's eyeing you there, Mograine. Valen, what would you like to do?
What would I like to do?
Sorry, are these druids undead or are they
No, everyone here's alive. They just like hanging out in graves.
cool?
No, as you do.
All right.
And each of these squares is. It says each of the squares is 50 feet. Is that still the case?
It should not be anymore, because if you look at the new map, it should show your...
Oh, I was still thinking of the old. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, you fit in a 5'5" square on the new map, the current map.
Okay. Okay. Berserker C's in front of me, so that'll be.
Go ahead. Move.
I'm gonna, if I use this spell yet. I don't think I have. I might catch my comrades in this, but I think this might be very useful. First, I will use a bonus action to activate innate sorcery, so that is now up and going. And I'm going to use a spell
Uh-huh.
that I have not used yet.
Yeah.
We're going to use Bitter Wind.
Okay.
So it says freezing wind forming a 120 foot long line and 20 feet wide blasts from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. So
You'll have to
this
use... Yeah, you'll have to use different, like, multiple line tools because they only do, like, a 5-foot square.
Yeah.
But,
Well, you can apply it where, so 20 feet, yeah, you can get a base square and then go just draw a line down from that to get all your special dimensions.
So that's
20.
20 foot square, and then where's the line?
at the very bottom of your overlays.
So it goes out to 120 feet, but it's not that long. So basically, yeah, that square, anybody within that, yeah, that line and that 20-foot square. It says each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 30 feet away from you in a direction following the line. Creatures that fail in the saving throw also take 1d12 cold damage and are knocked prone. If cast during cold weather or in dark or shadowy conditions, the saving throw is made with disadvantage. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to you.
Which I believe all of Barovia would fall under those conditions, if you ask the almanac.
Alright, I'm going to do this for my own ease of mind.
Yep.
And
Sorry, Jinx.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not making that save. I don't even need the disadvantage. I'll tell you that right now.
Alright, so. And that's on the start of their turn?
Yes. So it says each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw.
Alright, cool. Then that is it for Valen.
That is it.
Alright, it is going to be Druid C's turn, and Druid C sees this and does not like this, but Druid C knows that the ritual must happen. So Druid C is also just going to start chanting and dancing. Bograne, it's your turn.
Red circle's gonna be a fireball.
Okay.
Straight up. That's what's going on.
I figured. Alright, let's get...
So that's a dex save,
Yup.
and it'll be 4 of them. Ooh, big roll. 36 damage.
Alright, dexterity save from Berserker B is a 17.
Okay, that's half.
Druid A...
Jinx is just outside. I made sure.
Yeah. Druid A gets a 19.
Okay, half.
Druid B gets a 14.
That meets it, so pass.
And then Berserker E gets a 10.
Beautiful, that's full. So half of 36 is math. Like 18?
18.
Yeah. Somewhere in there. And it's all fire damage.
Alright, the druids don't like that. Berserkers really don't like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. People don't like being on fire, man. That's crazy.
Anything else from Mograine?
Not right now.
Alright.
I would try to use my movement, but I think that's going to get me in more trouble, so I'm just going to hold off for now.
Berserker F is going to go and is going to dash. Alright, so Berserker F is going to end his turn right there. Druid D does not begin in the cold wind, and is going to, seeing that this thing is not quite going the way that things want it to go, is going to make a attempt of a strike with magic blessed upon them, towards Valen, but an 8 is going to miss.
Yep.
But they'll try it again. With a 19?
Yep.
Alright, and that'll be 10 points of chilling radiant damage.
Cool. And I gotta roll concentration because Bitter Wind's a concentration spell.
Yep, you gotta beat a 10. Alright, you're good.
Good, that did not go away.
Alright, it is Druid E. And Druid E will yeah. Druid E is seeing that you are interlopers and troublemakers. Gonna pop a little moonbeam over top of Valen.
They don't like me.
Yeah, because it appears, I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Valen.
Cool, okay.
And you're not
That's a 14.
14. Alright, that is a successful save, so you'll take half damage here.
Okay.
So that would have been 13 points of radiant damage. You take 6.
Thanks. Okay, and then another con save.
Another con save.
No Bitter Wind.
That is it for our druid's
Yeah.
turn. Druid F, where is Druid F? Druid F's all the way over there. It's gonna start moving. Gonna dash. get with all his buddies. And he starts chanting, but it's thematic, not actually his action. Bringing us to the top of the round with Jinx. You've got Berserkers.
I've got Berserkers. Can I tell that it was Druid E that did that moonbeam?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a plan. Cool. I have the sharpshooter feat,
Yes.
which means I can throw while in melee without it having disadvantage. And I can throw the long range of the dagger without it being at disadvantage either. So I am going to use my bonus action to Insightful Fighting on Druid E. So I gotta make an insight against its deception. It's a dirty 20.
Well, it also rolled a 20.
Oh, what does that mean? It's not successful?
I am looking at that right now. All right. Okay, so rules is written. If the contest results in a tie, the situation remains the same as it was before the contest.
Okay. That is unfortunate, so I'm not going to get sneak attack on these attacks, but I'm going to throw 2 daggers at it anyway.
Yeah, go for it.
It's a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
It does minimum 5 points of damage. And then my nick attack is a 13.
13 just hits.
Right, doing 3 points, and it owes me 2 con saves.
Well, it went down on the first one, so...
Hey!
Alright.
That was my action and bonus action, and I don't feel like getting 2 berserker opportunity attacks, so I'm going to stay put.
Alright. Berserker A, is... Hypnograin, can you give me either a strength or dexterity save?
It's a 13.
Okay, 13. You meet it, so you beat it, as this berserker attempts to grab and lift you up.
I will push him off.
Alright, and that's his attack. Berserker B. Hey Jinx, could you give me either a strength or dexterity spell, or save?
Oh, that'll be dexterity. It's a 19.
You dodge out of the way as Berserker B tries to grab and lift you up.
Not a kitty cat.
Druid A steps forward, a little singed, and will begin to try and chant and dance around again. Berserker C. Valen, can you give me either a strength or dexterity saving throw?
Dexterity save. That's an 11.
That is unfortunately a failure. You are grabbed, but like instead of like just a grapple around like the shoulders and arms, like you are full on picked up, lifted above the head, and Berserker C is just gonna carry you this way.
Had such a great time, man.
Alright, so you are hoisted above Berserker C. Druid B, gonna start singing, dancing, chanting, doing druid stuff. Berserker D, will risk the opportunity attack from Jinx.
My God.
Does Jinx take the opportunity attacks?
And I guess I will.
You don't have
I
to.
don't know. I know, but here we go. 19 to hit.
Yep.
For another, I can only roll ones on damage tonight, guys. So that's 5
It's cool.
points to
It's
Berserker
more
D.
damage than not hitting at all. As Berserker
Yeah,
D
hey.
goes... as Berserker D gets on the other side, Valen, you feel hands grab hold of you. Now you have 2 Berserkers holding on to you. But that's going to be it for his turn. Berserker E, where are you at, buddy? Gets over to Mograine. Mograine, can you give me a strength or dexterity saving throw?
Yes, I can. Strength, please. Oh, it was almost an 18. A 5.
You are grappled. Unlike Valen, you are not lifted above the head, but you feel where the Berserker holds you now in place, snarling. You can smell the dirt and blood stained breath.
Gross.
Valen, you are suspended.
Yeah, I am.
What would you like to
Can I
do?
get out of this situation with a thunder step?
Yeah?
Cool, I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna teleport all the way. It's a 90-foot radius. So as I'm teleporting away from these guys carrying me, it says, any creature within a 10 feet of the space you left must make a Constitution saving throw. So let me just see if that catches anybody else. Oh, that's a square. Sorry, I meant to circle. Would that catch Druid D as well, or no?
I'd say it's enough into Druid D from my visuals, so...
Cool. Okay. Well, I'm gonna delete that and that little square that I made.
You said con save?
So I'm gonna, yes, con save. And I'm gonna move it all the way over here.
Alright, and what's your save DC?
With my innate sorcery up, my DC is 16.
They all fail.
Nice. So they will be taking. That's wonderful, wonderful damage. That's 9 points of thunder damage.
Alright. Anything else
Winds
from...
are flowing tonight.
Anything else from Valen?
Cast that. Just get that spell slot. No. I will use 2 sorcery points and get my first level spell slot back, and that will be my turn.
Sounds good.
It's a bonus action.
Alright, Druid C. Continuing to dance. Mograine, what would you like to do?
Circle centered on me for F, A, B, F, E, A, and E. I'm going to use a Radiance of the Dawn Channel Divinity. I need them all to make con saves, DC 14. And if they fail, they will take this much radiant damage. 29 or 25 radiant damage, half as much on a success.
All right, and what's the save?
14 con.
14. All right. Got. Oh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We've got this. It's going good. Alrighty. Wrong button. Alrighty, so that kills one of the druids and leaves a few others in critical condition, but everyone's been damaged. Anything else from Mograine?
Am I still grappled because of that?
Yeah, so that doesn't break the grapple, because these guys are... Like, he's still hanging in there.
Cool. All good.
Alright. Any bonus actions, or was that it?
I'm going to use a Celestial Revelation,
Ooh.
and I will go for Inner Radiance. I'm going to start shedding light, or bright light within 10, dim within an additional 10. At the end of each of my turns, each creature within 10 feet of me will take 3 radiant.
Okay. Let's do some thinking.
If that means anything to you.
I think it does mean things to me. I'm just
Interesting.
gonna do some stuff here. Now we have visual of how far you're glowing. And
Yeah.
then it'll be Berserker F. Who's over here? Berserker F is gonna bum rush into Jinx. And Jinx, can you give me either a strength or dexterity saving throw?
Oh, that's an 11.
So as this Berserker rushes right at you, full on tackle, you are brought down to the ground prone as this thing heaves above you. Druid D is going to move and start chanting desperately. Druid E also now desperately chanting. Druid F desperate chanting, desperate dancing. And Jinx, it is your turn.
I'm currently being pinned by a dirty, muddy, bloody berserker.
You're not pinned. You are just knocked prone as this guy is, like, above you.
Okay, so I'm not grappled. I'm
No.
just
This was the narrative of the shove.
okay. I will use half of my movement to stand up. I will glare daggers at Berserker F. And then I will... I don't like all of this chanting that's going on. Not a fan. Don't want to know what happens at the end of all the chanting and dancing. So I'm just going to glare at Berserker F and be like, man, I don't got time for you. And I'm going to throw daggers at Druid F. I will bonus action insightful fighting Druid F. And my insight is
You can't quite get a read on Druid F.
Alright, well, throw in daggers anyway. Oops, I rolled my damage on accident. Let me roll to hit first. See, 15 hit the Druid.
Uh, 15 will hit a Druid.
And that is 8 points of damage. I will throw with my offhand and get a 16 to hit for another 4 points of damage.
Alright. Alright, Druid F might be bloodied underneath all that grind that's caked onto him. Anything else from Jinx?
Nope.
Alright, Berserker A, is gonna try and punch Mograine. That is gonna be a 24 to hit Mograine.
Yeah, okay.
That'll be 4
I
points.
didn't realize Muhammad Ali was a druid. How many?
4.
Okay. I heard 24 points.
What? No, it was a 24 to hit. It's just 4 damage.
Heard.
Alright, and then how much damage does it take by ending its phase?
3. Or, sorry, it's everything in my range at the end of my turn.
Oh, at the end of
3
your
damage.
turn. I thought it was at the end of their turn.
At the end of my turn. Each creature, let me see, at the end of each of your turns, each creature within 10 feet of you takes 3 radiant.
Okay, cool. Alright. So that's it for Berserker A. Berserker B. Is going to risk the opportunity attack from Jinx.
Why not? Just as I'm catching one of my daggers, I'll just carry the momentum forward and stab it at the guy that's kind of... It's a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
For 6 points.
Alright. And as the Berserker moves away from Jinx, running in this direction, grabs from one of the other graves a great axe and is just going to hurl it through the air at Valen. That's going to be a 15 to hit.
Just misses with my mage armor.
All right. So as you watch as this blade comes towards you, and for a moment you think it's going to hit, flinching, and then you feel the buzz of your magic as your mage armor protects, and this great axe just skims past you. Berserker C.
What's his name?
Carl.
Is he hot? Carl the Berserker?
Moves over to Jinx and is going to try and swing down with his great axe.
Is he a junior? Is he Carl's junior?
15 to hit Jinx.
The 15 misses Jinx.
Alright.
Is he gonna serve me a burger that gives me food poisoning? Yeah, that's right, Carl's Jr. I'm calling you out.
What is this game turned into? That's it for C. Druid B, gonna get up closer. Gonna start dancing. Gonna start chanting. Berserker D, where you at, buddy? Alright, also gonna get over near Jinx, and, he's gonna headbutt Jinx.
Jeez.
That's a 24 to hit Jinx.
That hits me twice.
Yeah, that's gonna be 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh, I forgot to see if they are getting better bonuses. There are certain mechanics. Okay. It's the end of his turn. Berserker E is going to get this bonus. As Berserker E, holding on to Mograine, he's gonna go in for a unarmed strike, but what is he going to do? He's gonna try and bite Mograine's ear.
Excuse me?
He's gonna try and bite your ear.
What,
No,
going full Mike Tyson now?
Yeah.
I mean, he is gonna eat
I'm
your
sorry, I
ear.
didn't realize this was a bedroom.
He's gonna try and pull it off and eat it. 24 to hit.
Yeah.
4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
How you doing there?
Just your ear have.
I'm still up.
Okay. We'll say that your ear isn't torn off then.
Good.
Valen, it's your turn.
Okay. 1 second here. So Berserker B completely ruined what I wanted to do and had the audacity to throw a great axe at me. So he's drawn my ire. So I'm going to hurl a second level chromatic orb at him.
Yeah, you do that.
And it has an advantage. Has an advantage because of the innate sorcery. That is a 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Come on, high damage.
No,
How about
low damage.
23 points of cold damage.
23? Hell yeah. Man's looking hurt.
You should have thrown an axe at me.
Alright, anything else from Valen?
I think that's it.
Druid C. He's gonna be dancing. Mograine.
Fireball?
fireball.
That'll be C, D, B, F, F, and C.
Yeah,
I believe by your ruling, that's more than half of C. Jinx would be out of this ring.
yeah. Jinx is out. C is in.
Do I get any bonus points for hitting the totem with fire?
Don't worry, I have that noted.
Oh, good. Because they seem to be congregating around, and I don't appreciate that.
Alright, and he said DC 14?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Dex.
Yes. Druid C fails. And how much HP do you have, Druid C?
It would help if I rolled the damage.
That would help a lot.
If I can find the damn spell. There it is. 35.
Ooh! Ouch. Okay, cool.
Dropping bombs tonight.
Yeah, Alright, so that'll be 17 on a successful save. Well, it really doesn't matter with this guy. I'm gonna roll it anyway. Yeah, dead.
This is the first bad guy death we've had.
Good. No, you killed a druid earlier. There was
Okay.
12 in total bad guys.
Yeah, now with insurance or interest, there's only 16.
Okay, you are in your special state, and alright. And that is it for these guys. After that, anything else from Mograine?
Not currently.
Alright, and then at the end of your turn, A and E take 3.
Yep. Radiant, if that matters.
Alrighty. Alright, I am from henceforward, red borders mean that a creature is bloodied.
Oh, it's been decreed.
It's been decreed. Like, blue is concentration, red is bloody. Alright, Berserker F, going to take the pommel of the greatsword and thrust it into Jinx's side. Or the great axe, not the greatsword. That's a 20 to hit.
Yep.
For 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Druid D. I need to put bloodied around these guys too. Dancing. Druid D is dancing. Druid E. Also dancing. And Jinx, it is your turn.
Can I ask a question in retrospect?
Yes.
Did Berserker E and A take the 3 points of damage at the end of Mograine's turn?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am. I was putting it in. When I asked.
Just wanted to check. Just wanted to check.
I would like to. I'm currently not being grappled by any of these berserkers, right?
No, they're just fully circling around you.
Okay, I would like to use my bonus action to disengage. I'm just gonna zip down here. And then I'm gonna throw some daggers at D. Druid D. I don't think that 11 is gonna hit though.
A 11 does not hit Druid D.
Alright, well, I'm following up with my Nick attack. I got the same roll again.
Oh no!
So, yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, it is Berserker A. And Berserker A does not like what's going on with Jinx, and so we'll risk the attack of opportunity. Does Mograine take the attack of opportunity?
Yes, please.
Go
yes.
for it.
An attack of opportunity. An opportunistic attack of 15
15 hits.
for 7 damage. If there's opportunity for it.
Yep. And then closes distance on Jinx. And is going to headbutt Jinx.
Damn.
That's a 24. What is it with these guys getting 24 on unarmed strikes?
Yeah, you need to stop.
4 points of bludgeoning damage to Jinx.
Okay.
Alright, Berserker B runs towards Valen
You would.
and grabs the great axe that missed and swings towards your midsection.
Okay.
But I do believe that a 12 misses.
12 will miss.
Alright, it is Berserker C. Where are you at, buddy? You are right there. Jinx. If you would please, roll for me either a dexterity or strength saving throw.
That's a 13.
13, you're able to just move out of the way as this Berserker brings his leg up to push you down. That's his turn. Berserker D. Gets into that area, right? Oh, I don't want to be moving that. I want to be moving Berserker D. Stop. Alright, that's within the melee right there. So, he's gonna try and kick Mograine down to the ground as well. Mograine, can I get a strength or dexterity saving throw?
This is 9.
You are knocked prone.
Okay.
Berserker E sees that you are knocked prone and is going to try and step right down on your chest. Trying to break a few lungs.
Break a few lungs?
Not lungs, ribs. Right over top of the lungs.
The lungs bone connected to the rib bone connected to the heart bone. Why is it all bones?
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Okay, yeah.
Am I at range?
Are you in range?
I'm just in range. That's going to be a silvery barf.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I will give that advantage to Mograine.
Okay, thank you.
So, it's no longer a crit.
Okay,
It's still a 23 to hit.
24.
cool.
for 4 points of damage.
Mograin's down.
So, does your celestial radiance go down when you become unconscious? Or your revelation?
That's a good question. Don't check that. Once per long rest. Let me see. Transformation lasts 1 minute or until you end it. No action required. No, it's still going.
All right.
Just cooking.
You're just there. Glowing on the ground.
Burning up. Yeah, just burning.
Valen, it's your turn.
But I'm a glow stick after a party right now.
I'm going to attempt to chill touch the berserker that's in front of me.
Yeah, go for it.
That is... Just tell me a 15 hits.
A 15 hits a berserker.
Good, okay. 8 points of necrotic damage.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Druid C. He's dancing. Mograine, if you would, please roll for me your death saving throw. You have advantage. Because of the silvery barbs.
There we go. 14.
That is a success. What was the last thought Mograine had before you went down?
Probably something along the lines of not here, not now. I have much more to do.
Alright, and then at the end of your turn, these guys take 3 damage.
Cook 'em.
Just microwaves. And then Berserker F. Where are you at, buddy? There you are. Going to do another Great Axe Slice on Jinx. But a 10 misses. And then Druid D is dancing still. Druid E is dancing still. Brings us back to Jinx.
Oh, gosh. I guess above table question. Is Jinx aware of whether or not Mograine may or may not have a healing potion on his person?
Let me see if I have. I don't know if I have one on my person. Yeah, no healing potions of any variety.
Right, neither do I, so I can't really do anything to help Mograine.
And I don't have anything either.
Great! Let me just check. My
Hell yeah.
that's not a great. I mean, I could do a medicine check, but I'm not overly great at that. Yeah, maybe I'll wait for that and see how things go. I'm just gonna keep throwing daggers at Druid C. I will bonus action steady aim to give myself advantage. If I was on the right tab, that would be. Oh, for the love of all that's holy, that's only an 11. Am I able to spend a luck point?
I mean, if you want to spend a luck point, you can only reroll one of those.
That's fine. I'll reroll one of those. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I'm not gonna do anything fancy with it. I'm just gonna do all my sneak attack damage. So that's gonna be 17 points total.
He's barely hanging in there.
Oh my god, I thought for sure. Okay, well, his Nick attack's coming his way. That's a natural 20.
Yeah, that will most definitely hit.
Cool, well, I rolled what I got. So that's 8 points.
And that's a dead druid.
Of that for him and me. That's it.
Alright. Berserker A is gonna try and grab hold of you, Jinx, in a grapple. Can I get a strength or dexterity saving throw?
It's an 11.
You are grappled, and like Valen was before, you are hoisted up above this guy's head. Berserker B, gonna try and slice Valen. Misses with a natural 1.
Yay.
Berserker C is going to stand right here and ready a great axe. D, seeing that Mogreen is down,
No.
she's gonna take a little dash action and move over here. Berserker
Yeah, I
E,
figured.
also seeing that Mogreen is down.
You get. Oh my god.
Trying to get some friends. Valen, what do you want to do?
We're thunderstepping away.
Okay. Where do you
They
go?
want to get that close to me. They right to about here.
Alright,
So I need a Constitution saving throw from all of them.
for sure. $18 from B.
That succeeds.
$22 from E.
Dang, that succeeds.
And 21 from D.
So they'll all take half damage. 21 half, that's
10.
10. Got 10 points of thunder damage.
Woo! B and E looking really, really bad here. Oh,
Ah, they didn't go down, dang it.
just barely hanging in. Alright, anything
You
else
know
from
what?
Valen?
I see that Berserker F is not bloodied, right?
Correct.
You know what? I think it's time. I think Nyx has been kept in the cage long enough. As a bonus action, we're going to use 3 sorcery points and we're going to summon a Hound of Ill Omen.
Alright.
There are some things to it, some changes. I think I pull up the stuff. So it uses the dire wolf statistics with some changes.
Let me make a notes that way I can make Nyx an actual stat block.
Okay. It says. So it says the hound appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within 30 feet of the target. Roll initiative for the hound. On its turn, it can move only toward its target by the most direct route and can use its action only to attack its target.
Alright. For the purposes of this, we're just gonna say that Nyx's initiative is after you, but we'll be able to do that actual once I get a stat block for him.
That's cool.
It's time.
Alright.
All right, so for the changes, while you're pulling up the stat block, it says
Oh, no.
the hound is size and be.
Me making a stat block is going to be an after session kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So you do what you need to for
Right now, you
this.
can do whatever you want.
No,
Make it breathe fire.
no.
No, I can't do that.
Make it summon lightning and stuff.
I'll pull up the main stat block for Direwolf here. On
Yeah.
the list.
Use that for
It
now.
summons 3 stone golems.
You're a stone gold.
Okay. So I'll just use the average. If it's good, just use the average HP for the Direwolf.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's got 22 HP.
Okay.
It appears the number of temporary hit points equal to half your sorcerer level.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it'll. So I'll have it be summoned right behind Berserker F. Additionally, while the hound is within 5 feet of the target has disadvantage on saving throws against any spell you cast. So let's see its actions.
Oh,
It's
not.
got a bite attack. So let's. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was saying no to me. I put a warg instead of a wolf.
Okay. So it is. Oh, and it says the wolf has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally doesn't have the incapacitated condition. Would Jinx count as an ally?
Jinx is an ally, yeah.
All right, then it will have advantage on its bite attack. So 1d20 plus 5, or 2d20, I should say. So 12 plus 5, so that's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Okay, so that's 1d10 plus 3 damage. Hold on, let's do 2. 9 plus 3, that is 12 points of piercing damage, and if the target is a large or smaller creature, it has the prone condition.
Alright, Berserker F is prone. And
Yeah.
Druid's
Berserker is grappling me. Was it F or A?
A.
C.
Druid C, gonna sit over there and dance. Mograine. Let's get another death save.
I don't get to roll with advantage, do I?
Not this time.
Ooh.
That is unfortunately a failure.
On to the next.
Alrighty. No one's there to get microwaved.
Yeah.
Right.
Still just.
Yeah. There's
Oh my pizza rolls is ready.
F is gonna stand up using half movement and grab the other side of Jinx. Jinx, you're already grappled. You just get the condition again, so I'm not gonna do that.
It's fine. They're just adding more and more people that I don't have disadvantage against when I attack them. That's
So
fine.
as F holds you, this is gonna be the trigger for C, as you are now kind of spread between the two berserkers, and C is gonna try and strike you down in the midsection. That is a 24 to hit.
Yes. I don't think I've used my reaction this round.
You have not used your reaction this round.
Is it possible for me to uncanny dodge this?
Yeah, because I mean, you're still going to be taking damage.
But,
You
like,
just won't be taking
Can I,
the.
like, suck my gut in so
Yes.
that he thinks it's closer than it was?
So as you see the blade coming in, you suck your gut in. You still take damage, so it's going to be 4 points instead of the full amount. But yeah, it could have been worse. But that's it for F. Druidy, gonna dance over in his corner. As Jinx, we come to your turn. You are grappled. Yeah.
Enough have both got me grappled.
Yeah. I'd say it only takes one check to break out, but you are grappled.
Oh, I'm just gonna stab at them.
Yeah.
I have disadvantage against everyone except whomever is grappling me.
Uh-huh.
Am I am I in a position to steady aim?
I mean, your speed's already 0.
It's already 0.
Yeah,
Is
you're...
it an accessible way to use my bonus action? If not, I'll insightful fight. I'll do one of those.
I'm gonna read here real quick the rules and wording of steady aim. You haven't moved this turn, and your speed will be 0 at the end of your current turn. Your speed's already here. I don't see why you couldn't steady aim in this position.
Alright, I'm a steady aim, and I'm gonna stab at Berserker A. Dice want what they want. That's a 19.
19 hits.
I'm gonna do sneak attack. On there. That'll be 14 points total.
Alright. There is a
Still up.
shout of pain, but yes, he is still up.
Alright, Nick attack coming in. The 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
For another 1 point of damage.
Your Nick attack for offhands tonight has not been it.
So,
Anything else?
is everything.
Alright, Berserker A does not like this and just starts screaming and shaking you. And he's gonna try and throw you.
I guess. Okay. F is still holding on to me, so this will be fun.
Well, F can let go. A 24 for throwing, I believe, is successful. And
Say so, yes.
Force.
you're just gonna get thrown over there and take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And you land prone.
I'm no longer grappled, though.
You're no longer grappled, that's correct. Berserker B screams and gets over here.
I'm gonna drop this dude.
You should.
I'm gonna drop this dude, man.
He's gonna try and just clock you, punch you out here.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit.
Oh my god, yeah.
4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Berserker C gonna move over here and try and get Jinx while he's down. That is an 18 to hit Jinx.
That hits, and I uncannily dodge this.
You for sure can uncannily dodge. You'll take 6 points of damage instead of the full amount. D is going to, with the stolen great axe, rush forward and then throw it at Valen again.
Yeah.
So as he like overhead yeets this thing at you, is gonna miss.
Yeah.
E bellows and moves over here. As Valen, we come to your turn.
God, what do I want to do here? I want this guy away from me. I'm gonna try and chill touch him.
Yeah, do it.
I want him gone. I want him gone. That's a 25.
That'll hit.
That's 12 points of necrotic damage.
And he's gone.
All right. I don't have anything else, so that's it for me. But I assume it's my dire wolf's turn,
Yep, it comes to Nyx.
or Nyx's turn.
Yep.
All right. We're gonna have him continue to bite at Berserker F, but Jinx is not within 5 feet anymore, so it's just a straight attack. That's not gonna hit. That's an 8.
Yeah, no, unfortunately that does not hit.
And he doesn't have any bonus actions, so that's it.
Druid C over there is dancing. And then Mograine. Can I get another death save?
I mean, I can.
2 successes. We're on the up and up.
Good.
Yeah. What is a memory of Mograine's that might come up at this moment?
More so what he was doing before he got to this land. Really kind of going through his home space, practicing, studying, learning more of his faith. Before he was whisked away by whatever, mists and fogs brought us here.
Okay. Good to know. Berserker F, where are you at, buddy? Is going to try and take care of this dog in front of him. Great axe in hand. That is going to be a 17 to hit Nyx.
AC's 14, so yep.
6 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so that brings him down to 19.
Alrighty. Druid E. Dancing and chanting over there by the tree and the effigy. All them, sticks. Jinx! What do you want to do?
Excellent question. I sure would love to know the answer to that question. Oh my goodness. Gracious. I am going to bonus actual blah, blah, blah. I can't speak. Bonus action. Insightful fighting. Berserker C.
Go for it.
My insight is only a 12.
Through the rage, it's just hard to get any sort of, clear thought. Unfortunately, you do not get your insightful fighting.
That messes up quite a lot of things that I was going to do, so I will stab at him with a dagger for a 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
That's 6 points of damage,
Alright.
and I will nick attack.
Let's see it. No!
May I use a luck point?
You may use a luck point.
Okay, I'll try it again. That's a 12. Doesn't hit.
Just misses.
So, yeah, I was gonna try the withdraw option on my sneak attack if that had worked, but it did not. So I don't feel like taking an attack of opportunity. I will stay put.
Alright, it is Berserker A, who is going to get on the other side of this wolf, this massive dog, Hound of Element, and just gonna try and tackle it to the ground. Can Mix give me either a strength or dexterity save?
Sure, we'll do strength because he's got a +3 to that.
All right.
That's a dirty 20.
All right. Mix is not tackled to the ground. Berserker C is gonna try and headbutt Jinx. With a 23 to hit.
Sorry.
A
I
headbutt.
should have said, I forgot. I stood up on my turn. I should have said that.
Sounds
I forgot
good.
I was prone.
It's still a 23.
That hits. Yep.
4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Okay. And then Berserker D. I need Valen. I need Valen to make me a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I don't know if that would apply here. Could be just 1 second. I'm checking this. Nope. Okay, so dexterity. Natural 20.
Yeah, as this guy comes rushing in, you can hear the sort of unsteady breathing. You're able to just move out of the way, and that'll be it for his turn. E is going to move in on Balin as well, and
Okay.
he's gonna try and hit you in the knees. He's gonna try and kick your knees out.
Oh, no arrow. I'm so sad.
That's a 15 to hit.
Stop it.
That just misses with mage armor.
Alright, Valen, it's your turn.
Maybe do something clever here.
If only someone had, like, a thunder wave.
Druids are busy chanting.
Yeah, if only I had a thunder wave.
Yeah.
But I have something that might do thunder damage. If I center right there, I'll get D and E and that shatter. Which I'm going to cast at the base level, second level, so I need Constitution saving throws.
D gets a 21.
Okay. Yeah, success.
And E gets a 16.
Means it beats it. Okay, so they'll take half. 6 points of thunder damage.
Well, E is dead,
Yeah.
even with half.
One less berserker.
One less Berserker, I think. That is... Yeah, you've gotten 2 Berserkers down. Look at you guys.
And then Nyx's turn.
Yep.
He's gonna go for F. What do I add to that? That's an 11, which doesn't hit.
Unfortunately does not. Alrighty.
Can't do anything else.
With that... We are going to have it come to Druid C, who's dancing, and Mograine. If you could please give me another death suit. Alright. We're neck and neck. It's looking a little troublesome here, but with that, Berserker F over near Nyx. Gonna try and slice Nyx in half again.
Yep.
With an 18 to hit.
Yep.
for 7 slashing.
Okay, he's down to 12.
Okay. And then with that, it is going to be Druidy, who's still dancing over there, still chanting. Jinx, we come to your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. I would like to use my bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
And I would like to move here. And can I do a medicine check on Mograine to see if I can stabilize?
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 16.
Mograine is stabilized.
Pretty good. Hooray!
All right.
That's my movement, action, and bonus action, so that's my turn.
That means
We're
I
about
have
to do
1
this.
hit point, right?
No, it just means you're not doing anything. You're not doing death saves.
Alright.
It's only when you get a natural 20 that you're at 1 HP.
Got it.
It's alright.
Okay.
And then we've got...
Actually, I have one more square of movement. Do I know if I'm in this area, if I will take damage?
You've seen the bright light do microwaving, but the dim light not do
Yeah.
microwaving.
I'm gonna use my last square to just back up a little bit.
Alright. Berserker A gonna still try and suplex Nyx. Nyx can make either a strength or dexterity save here.
We'll do a strength. That's a 19.
Alright, remains unsuplexed. And then we've got Berserker C. Gonna turn around, look at Jinx, move over and try and punch Jinx. Uh, 22 to punch Jinx.
Yeah. If I can use luck point to impose disadvantage on someone that's attacking me, but would I do that before? I'd probably have to announce that before I know the result.
Before the result, yeah.
Okay, so I take 4 points.
4 points. Berserker D is going to try and grab you, Balin. Can you make for me a strength or dexterity saving throw?
I'll do my dex. That rolled off a 20. It rolled off a 20.
He lifts you above his head, gives this hearty battle cry. Balin, it is your turn. You are suspended
chill
once
touch him.
again. Okay. Go
With
for it.
advantage. Natural 20.
Yeah. Go ahead, roll it.
25 points of necrotic damage.
Alright, cool. All enemies are bloodied at this point. Anything else from Balin?
So, not from Valen. Nyx will make their attack.
Alright.
Come on, boy. You can hit. Come on. 8 plus 5, that's a 13.
13 just hits.
Okay, 1d10 plus 3. That's 13 points of piercing damage on Berserker F.
Alright, Berserker F still in there, but looking worse and worse by the moment.
Okay. Oh, yes, and he is prone.
Yeah, and he's prone. Druid C. Just gonna dance over in that corner. Mograine, you don't have to make any death saves, but you can hear the muffled sounds of battle outside. Berserker F,
Keep napping for now.
you're just taking a nice little nap. Berserker F gonna try and slice Nyx in half.
Okay.
No, that's before modifier. 18 to hit
Yeah.
for 15 slashing.
He's disincorporated.
Okay.
He's shadow. He can't actually die.
And then that leaves Berserker E. No, Druid E. Druid E's dancing. And then, at this moment, we have a new player join the field.
Oh,
Flying down from above and then landing next to Mograine, a figure in... You see the raven form drop quickly, and there stands a human, and... Jinx, it's your turn.
Okay, I see this person.
Yeah, you see the person. You don't...
It just
You-
arrived.
Yeah, you don't know that you've seen them before, but
Do they seem hostile?
hard to tell at this moment.
Okay, I gotta deal with this chanting. I'm gonna
You sure you don't want to deal with the berserker that's right in front of you?
you know what? I'm gonna have more to deal with if this ritual happens. I feel like so I'm gonna throw
You-
daggers at E.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to. I am going to insightful fighting.
Okay.
That's a 26 on my insight.
26. Yeah, you can see past Druid E's presences.
Oh my goodness, am I gonna actually roll sneak attack maybe if I can hit? Let's see. That's natural one.
No!
Sneak attack.
16 will hit, yes.
I get sneak attack on this one. Oh my god. 10 points.
He's barely hanging in there.
Of course he is. Because why isn't he? Why not? Okay.
Oh, man.
That's it. I can't do anything else.
Berserker A is gonna go for Valen.
Yeah, I bet he is.
And since you are hoisted up above Berserker D,
He gets advantage.
no, I'm just trying to figure out how he's gonna take the pommel of his great axe and like ram it up into your spine.
Oh, okay.
That's a 24 to hit. For 6 points of bludgeoning.
Yeah, I'm starting to not look too great.
I don't think anyone's looking great. Berserker C is going to grab you, Jinx, or at least attempt to. Can I get a strength or dexterity saving throw?
That's a 24.
You
I can
avoid
get 24s too.
you avoid being grabbed. As we come now to our newcomer's turn, and as they display a amulet, there is this light that begins to radiate from it and then reaches out to the three of you. And we will each take 10 points of healing.
Ooh.
Had
And
1 hit point left.
which means Mograine, you are now conscious. You're still prone, but you are conscious. And since that,
Okay, stand up.
well, that's not your turn yet.
Ah.
As our newcomer does that, they will take the dodge action. He stands there still holding the amulet, and Berserker D has Valen overhead and is going to bring Valen down upon his knee. Again, aiming right for that back. That's a 22 to hit Valen.
Yeah, that's
That'll be for 6 points of bludgeoning damage being brought down upon the knee.
okay.
Valen, it is your turn.
Am I like prone or anything, or am I still being held up?
I'll say that he dropped you prone after that.
I don't have much left in the tank. Which one? It was D that I hit with the chill touch last time, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, we're gonna try and chill touch him again
Yeah, go for it.
with a 16.
16 hits.
For 10 points of necrotic damage. Please tell me he goes down.
He's down. Alright.
There's no way I'll get up from being prone, but I'm not risking an up attack by moving.
Alright. Druid C keeps dancing in the background. Mograine, you are awake. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Standing up.
That's always a good
I'm
thing.
gonna stand up. Yeah, I'm gonna get up, and then I've got what, 15 feet of movement.
Yes.
Oh wait, nope, I'm moving the wrong thing. I'm moving my light.
It's all moving together.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
And diagonals don't...
Here, 5, 10.
You can move diagonals and it's still
Sure,
only
right
5.
there.
Alright.
Sick. All right, cool. I'm gonna go there. Then we are going to cast a
Another fireball?
Scorching ray. No. Scorching ray. Oh, excuse me. It's C and F.
Alright. Doesn't Scorching Ray give you 3 bolts?
It's. Let's see. Yes, it does. So I'll go for C as well.
Alright, cool.
So 13 at the lowest with 2 23s.
All of those will hit.
Beautiful. And you know, however you want to do the damage, that's your business. And I'm gonna make sure to keep a distance so I don't singe this new Were-Raven friend or Jinx.
Alright, there we go. We've got 1 druid down, leaving just the 1 and the 3 berserkers left. Berserker F does not like the fact that you have just come back from the dead, in its eyes, and is going to rush at you, Mograine, and try and send you back. He's gonna headbutt you. That's a 21 on a headbutt.
Yeah.
4 points of
Why are
damage.
you even asking me?
Our last druid, it's just he's dancing and chanting. That's all he can do. That's all he's
He's
doing.
really trying to make something happen.
He wants it to happen so bad. Jinx, it is your turn.
I think that was the druid I had insightful fighting.
That
last
is.
time.
Is the
Yep.
insightful
Okay.
fighted one, yes.
Super. Then I'm gonna continue to throw daggers at him. Oh. I don't think a 10 is going to hit though.
That is unfortunately a miss.
Hey, Nick attack. Me running. Okay, well that's a miss too. Great. Bonus action. Disengage. And I will. I can't click. Oh, there's me. I'm gonna move. This way. Maybe the angle is off. Maybe if I stand over here, I'll hit him next time.
Okay. Berserker A is going to pick up the body of the dead Berserker and use it to throw into you,
What?
Valen.
What the hell?
That is a 16 to hit you.
Meets it, beats it.
That'll be for 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool. Okay.
Berserker C does not like that you left him, Jinx. Mograine, you have a chance to make an attack of opportunity as C passes you.
Yes. 15.
15 will hit.
8 damage.
Beautiful.
He's
Our
dead, right?
no. Our buddy also has the chance to strike, and yeah, he will do so with his dagger. But unfortunately he misses. Alright, as Berserker C makes it over to you, Jinx, he is going to try and hit you with his Great Axe.
I impose disadvantage with my last luck point.
You can, which will cancel out his stuff. But that is still going to be a 20.
Oh, well, that is.
For 13 slashing.
It falls unconscious.
Alright. It is our friend's turn, and friend will run over to Jinx, reach down, and cast a nice little Cure Wounds. Jinx, take back 9 points of healing.
Thank you, friend.
Valen, it's your turn.
I want this berserker fucking gone.
There's one way to do it.
22 to hit with a chill touch.
22 will hit.
That is 19 points of necrotic damage.
Berserker's gone.
All right. Now, so 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, where was I before? Right there. I will 15, 20, 25, 30. Because I want line of sight of the druid. In case they don't go down.
All right.
So that's it for me.
Mograine, it is your turn.
All right. Well, we're gonna swing on Berserker F. For another 6 points of damage.
All right. Berserker F goes down.
Beautiful. And I'm going to position myself right between the statue and the druid here.
All right, and that's where you end your turn.
While he does his Super Bowl shuffle. I'm actually going to put myself within 5 feet of him, so just a little bit more. This thing is a mess to navigate down.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cool. When he takes your 3 damage, he's dead.
Boom!
Love that for him.
Double kill. Dance to that, dummy.
Jinx, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna steady aim, and I'm gonna stab this berserker.
You got this. I believe in you.
It's a 24 to hit.
Yes.
I'm gonna do sneak attack. 13 points.
It's just barely standing.
Nick attack.
Go for it. Yes.
Hit. 3 more points.
And he's down.
Ah, Jinx screams. I won't scream into the microphone, but Jinx is frustrated and tired and sore.
And with the battle coming to an end, with you all victorious, we're gonna take a quick break here and come back in a few minutes. We come back after the battle. After you've been successful. Yeah. Wounded. And perhaps a little out of breath. But you are able to rest a little bit. Right. As you are looking around and noticing, of course, this young man that seemed to have come to your aid, uh, you hear the crack of the twigs and wood in the effigy as it's smoldering and crumples inwards. Um,
Oh, I would drop
what?
my. Sorry, I didn't mean to. My light.
Uh-huh.
I'm dropping it.
Oh, drop it. I heard I'm in trouble, and I'm like, we don't know that yet.
No. Yeah, I'm dropping it so I'm not burning everyone while we're talking.
Yeah. Um, as the effigy crumbles in underneath the smolder and consumed by the fire, uh, you'd all notice something in the ashes. A green light.
And does this object appear to be in the shape of a pine cone?
Hard to say under all the charcoal if you want to go digging around.
Yeah, I'm gonna have somebody else do that. I'm stretching out my back right now. After somebody need me in the back.
Yeah.
Where was the thing covered in charcoal?
Uh, where the statue, the wooden effigy is, that's where, and it's no longer there. And then let's ungroup everything.
Jinx will look at the guy standing, or the person standing next to him, and be like, "Thank you for saving us."
It is a kindness in return for kindness.
Do we know you?
Not quite as I know you. You have seen me before, but not quite as I stand now in front. But I have been watching you. I saw you a fight in the winery. And I've been keeping my eye on you. Two of my brethren, and you watch as this young man looks around to the skies, and you can see dark shadows in the distance, small, like the size of ravens. am sorry I cannot do much more in the form of healing. I am limited. There are no gods that shine upon Barovia.
We are all grateful for the help.
Well, if you wish to rest more, I can keep watch. It was a harrowing battle. I believe for now we are alone.
As you stretch and you kind of hear Valen's back crack into place. I'm sure my colleagues and I would like that very much.
And he takes a few steps closer to have visual on uh, both trails, the one you came from and the one that leads to a portion further down on the hill that you can see has a strange looking tree and grove. Hard to make out fully from this area as it is on a downward slope. You can see that there is more down there. From here, you can also see in the far distance to the west a wall of fog heavy at the base of the base of the hill, but from here, as you look out in that area, there is a strange sight. A white fortress on a hill above a great city. From what you can see, the city is quite distant, maybe a mile or so away. And while you can't see any detail from the fog, you can hear what sounds like the echo of a church bell. So, if you'd like, you can take a short rest here. Just an hour, enough to get back some HP before you continue along with whatever you'd like to do.
Very much, Judith.
I would love a short rest.
Okay.
Oh shit! It didn't.
Did it not?
3 plus 2. Yeah. It didn't go through, so I'm just gonna manually roll it.
Yeah, no worries.
12, 14.
Ooh.
Oh my god, of the 5 I rolled 3 ones.
Ones.
Hell yeah.
Your dice don't like you tonight. I'm sorry.
My other 2 were 8s. That doesn't make up for it.
How many ones have
Use
you
my
rolled
switchers.
tonight?
Oh, I've lost track.
Yeah.
Way too many. Way too many. Like, hey, my luck's got to turn around at some point, right? Just gotta get all these ones out, and then I'll be good.
Alrighty. So, as you rest up, do any of you speak more with the curious were-raven that has come to your aid as he's watching over this area?
I will. I'll ask him if he knows what those druids were trying to summon.
I do not know, but I cannot imagine it would be anything good. These figures here, they're servants of Strahd. They wait for his blessing before they do anything of power.
The ones in the winery were trying to summon a big tree, I think.
Then perhaps that's what this is, what they were trying to summon. But it seems that we were lucky in stopping them. We have done good.
I don't know that we would have been successful had you not arrived.
And I do not know that the winery would have continued standing had you not arrived. It is a give and take, as they say. By the end of your hour of rest, the effigies, smolders have burned down to the point where they won't burn you for any damage when you touch them. They'll still be hot, they're embers, but um, you can pick up the
You just
source.
kind of go,
Yeah. The same way when you bite into a hot pocket. Oh. Yeah, but on your fingies.
yeah, on your face.
So you can pick up that green light that you had seen before, and it does in fact resemble that of a pine cone. And as you have now this magic gem, You do not find anything else in the remains of the effigy.
Jinx will look at the other two and say, didn't the uh didn't the psychic say that there was something else here that might help us? Maybe that was that cool spear you found?
Uh, I'm happy to lend it. I'll pass over the blood spear.
And as you speak of this, the figure raises an eyebrow. What is it that you are searching for?
I'm trying to remember what the person said.
Uh, Madame Ava said, an evil tree grows atop a hill of graves where the ancient dead sleep. And then, of course, that the ravens can help you find it.
Okay. I guess Jinx will say that.
You see that he turns his attention down the farther path where the grove, the evil tree lies down there. I would be careful. It is not just dead that lie resting here.
What else is there?
What you would see in the winery also resides here, influenced by the tree's evil. If you travel for whatever you look for down there, I suggest you do so with caution. I do not believe you'd like to be spotted.
I'm sorry, I don't know that we've got your name. I'm Jinx.
My name is Yuri. I will accompany you if you wish to go further. And I would like to make sure that you make it back to the winery. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Okay, you get one.
I'd rather not sneeze at all.
Well,
Any help we can get would be appreciated. Especially if there are more of those things out there.
All right, so what would you like to do? You going to investigate that strange tree?
Yeah.
What time of the day is it?
Um,
I can't remember how long it was going to take to walk here from the other place.
I want to say that you guys rested just before we got to the top, and then after the fight. So I'd say, because it took a bit, so it wasn't like you were rested and then right, you rested and then finished walking. I want to say it's about midday. You know what? I'm gonna be DM and I'm gonna say if it was different before, it's midday now.
Okay.
they have been very, very tiresome. Perhaps we tried to keep a low profile moving in the right direction, but set camp earlier than we normally do. Leave some rest is in order.
We can go digging around a tree and then maybe make a camp somewhere.
Yeah. That fight took a lot out of me.
Yeah,
Let my dog regenerate.
yeah. We'll say that you perhaps might want to, if you are going to go look around the tree, do so stealthily.
Yes. That's Jinx's default setting.
Alright. So let's just do a quick little. So, uh, Jinx, since you are, the default stealthy one, go ahead, roll for me a stealth check. I'll have you roll it.
Oh, that was incredible. And then it rolled on to a 4. So that's only a 14.
Alright, it's still enough to pass by. You would see them, they do not seem to see you. You see the needle blights as they stand out amongst the brambles of this sickly grove. Um, as you see this copse of dead trees and shrubs, the largest one at its core, this huge and misshapen tree. You look and see that blood oozes like sap from the twisted trunk, and embedded in this tree you see a shiny battle axe, beneath which lies a humanoid skeleton.
Gross.
So, what would you like to do?
Did it take long to get here from the other location?
No, maybe a few minutes.
Oh. Great.
It's like right there. You could, speak up, try and take what you need and sneak out before anything notices you're there.
Yeah, I don't like the way I've been rolling all night, though. Bunch of us could hide. One of us could sneak ahead, try and grab what we need and leave. And then if they spotted, they can run back towards all the rest of the guys. And then it would just be an ambush.
Yeah?
I have a +6 to stealth.
I have a +10, but I've been rolling terribly all evening.
What if you do like a pincer attack? Who stealthies?
Could
What
work.
if indeed?
It's your choice. You guys get to tell me what you want to do.
I'm willing to risk it.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Feeling spry again.
Then anyone stealthing towards the tree, I'm gonna ask for stealth.
Valen, would you like company?
Well, I rolled a 14.
I think that
Yeah.
is yes.
Okay. Oh my god, I got a 3, so that's a 13.
Okay.
Also, my link dropped, Faye.
We're
Yeah,
close
same with
enough.
mine.
We're close enough to the end. I'm just not gonna do it. Mograine, are you staying back or are you?
Yes.
Okay.
I am not good at stealth, and I do not want to mess this up.
All right. So Mograine and Yuri staying back as Jinx and Valen move ahead.
Ship might have sailed.
As you move forward, there is a moment where you are caught on this branch here. And Jinx, as you try to unlodge where it's caught against your armor, you worry that it's going to draw the ire of the needle blight. But it does not seem to see you as you dislodge yourself, and the two of you are able to make it to the tree. So, I'm going to ask for some investigation checks to see if you can find anything.
Got a 17.
13.
What Valen notices, of course, is the skeleton and its rotted armor, and the way that its position makes it look like when it fell, it had been grasping onto the pristine axe. And your attention then hones in on that axe. It is lovely. The handle is carved with leaves and vines. And again, it shines as if no time has passed, even though this remains are now tattered and rotted. For Jinx, however, you do have to move the skeleton out of the way. You have to move a lot of things out of the way and avoid getting dripped on by the blood sap. But as you dig around in the ground, just not even a foot beneath the skeleton, you find what you are looking for. You find an amulet. It is the holy symbol of Ravenkind. And it is shaped like the sun. There's this large crystal that embeds in its center. And I think I actually have a picture of it that I can show you. Yes, here we go. This is what you find.
It's fancy.
Alright. So, as Jinx finds that, Valen, do you do anything with that, the axe that caught your attention?
I got no use for an axe.
I mean, you can always sell an axe. It's up to you guys what you'd like to do, though.
I mean, if Jinx wants to do something with it, they can, but I got no need for it.
Oh,
Can I a vibe check on the axe? It's making me uneasy.
roll an insight check. 15. Given the position of the skeleton looking like it was utilizing this axe, you're kind of able to put together that this axe is probably magical in some nature, as it has not rusted over the time, but it also is, again, sort of in the bark of the tree. It's like in the trunk. So you don't know if removing it will do anything.
Okay, I was considering taking it until I realized it was lodged in the bark. So hopefully Mograine doesn't want this cool axe.
Mograine's already got a cool spear. It's fine.
Either.
The axe, I don't really care about that pendant, on the other hand.
I mean, I've already got the pendant.
Yeah.
I've taken the pendant.
All right, let's get stealth rolls to see if you can get back to Yuri and Mograine without causing any eyes to be drawn your way.
Oh my god. I do not have any more luck points.
Does anyone have a heroic inspiration they'd
I
like
do
to?
not.
Do I get one for my horrible pun I put in the chat earlier?
Mm.
I'll allow it.
Gosh,
I threw you guys through the ringer. I'll let you have
it's
that.
gonna be very embarrassing. Okay, that's better.
16.
All right. With that, you're able to get back to the group. And nothing seems to be aggravated. From here, uh, you are able to set out. I'm assuming you don't want to rest on top of the hill where there may or may not be druids returning to.
No.
So as you make your way back towards the winery, you'll be able to find a place to rest. And we'll worry about that rest in our next session. But because you achieved two big things, you found a relic and you stopped a ritual. You get to level up twice after this session.
Whoa.
Twice? You did a lot of
It
good
must
things.
be my birthday.
Yeah. Level up again. No. Did
Yeah.
I share that video with you guys?
No.
I will make sure to put it in the chat.